Hello, friends. Welcome to this latest episode of 5 Minutes, Please, by Panj Minute. Today, we are talking about a subject the world is talking about. At most of the places all over the world, the contribution of Sikh soldiers in World War I and World War II are being eulogized. Functions are being held where soldiers, both Sikhs and others, are being felicitated for the role they played in World War I and World War II. Functions are being held in Australia, in England, in Canada, in Europe, most of the places, and even in Chandigarh at the Sector 34 Gurdwara, a big congregation was held after Bhog of Sri Akhand Sahib. So where the role of Sikh soldiers in World War I and World War II, they were highlighted and rich tributes were paid to those who made the supreme sacrifices while fighting for British and other armies the world over. So it's a great occasion for the Sikh soldiers to do introspection and the role they have been playing ever since their valor, their spirit to fight, and their dedication, their commitment to their masters, to the countries they were fighting for. So the world still remembers Sikh soldiers the world over. And in India also, there are lots of work being done on recognizing contribution of Sikhs to Indian Army, Indian Defense Forces. So as a part of that celebration, a book on the military history of the Sikhs. This is a book, very well done book, done by Colonel Daljit Singh Chima and a young PCS officer, Jashandeep Singh Kang, was released today. And the man who released this book, the chief guest, was Air Chief Marshal S Dhanoa. You remember the Dhanoa family and his role in Punjab, and his grandfather, Mr. Air Chief Marshal Dhanoa's grandfather was a soldier, and his father was a bureaucrat. You remember he was advisor to Punjab government, and he retired as chief secretary and advisor to Punjab government, a very senior IAS officer. Along with the Air Chief Marshal Dhanoa, there were other decorated soldiers, officers rather, all mostly of the rank of Lieutenant General. They were there and they spoke about the role the Sikhs played in the history of world military. So among them were, for example, Lieutenant General Bhupinder Singh, Lieutenant General KJS Tinny Tillon, Lieutenant General R.S. Sujlana, Lieutenant General K.S. Maan, Lieutenant General KJ Singh, and besides Justice Shahobil Hasnan, Allahabad High Court, and also Vivek Atre. He is an ex-IAS and he is dedicated, a motivational speaker. Besides them, there were many other eminent Sikh soldiers, officers, bureaucrats, academicians who attended the book release ceremony held at Chandigarh Press Club. So the issue raised at the ceremony was documenting the history of Sikhs in defense forces. It was very important. And also there were some concerns were expressed why the youth of Punjab is preferring Canada to defense forces now, as tradition had been. Youth prefer to go to defense forces than going abroad. But now this changed trend was a cause of concern, and many of the speakers, they talked about it and they wanted something to be done. And they lauded the efforts of academies being started by Punjab government, where youth are being trained to get into defense forces. When you look back at the history of, and also like another important issue was some officers, some press, those who were the guests of honor today, they also raised their concern over tinkling of regimentations, colors, regimentation composition. They said the government should not tinker with the rich history of the regiments and let them be what they were. And let them be Marathas, let them be Sikhs, let them be whatever, Bihar regiment, Sikh Punjab regiment, Sikh regiments. They should not tinker with the composition of the history or ethos of those regiments. So it was like a good gathering where views were exchanged on the role the Sikhs played right from Maharaja Ranjit Singh Day. The book says it is from the War of Bhangani to World War II. They have traced the history over this period, but this is an easy reading book with many, many chapters, and you can finish a chapter in 2 minutes and you can finish another chapter in 5 to 10 minutes. So in all, it is a very lucid, easy to understand and very well documented work on the role of Sikhs in Indian Defence Forces. So the military history of the Sikhs. I hope I haven't read the book yet, that it contains a role the Sikhs played in many other countries. For example, I still remember in Canada, they used to hold memorial functions for some of the Sikhs who fought World War I for Canada and also played a role in World War II. And then there were Sikhs who fought for different forces in Europe, World War I and World War II, and functions and memorials and cemeteries are there recalling their great sacrifices and their great contribution. So it was great to interact with lots of people with very rich background, those who came, like some of the officers came with 2 generations, 3 generations in defense forces. So this is a book, a reminder of the role the Sikhs played the world over in the military. So a good book, and it was very well attended ceremony. So I thought I must share the launch of this book with you all, just to remind you that yes, Sikhs have played a great role in the world's military. So that's all for this episode. In next episode, I'll come up with another interesting subject. So goodbye, stay happy, stay calm. See you soon. Bye.